6'4" guard from St. Gertrude, David Gideon.
Asked him whether he would play zone, and he said, yeah, sure, we'll try that. He was anticipating, of course, as we all were, that Keenan Ellis would be in there as well. So I think that changes not only what they're going to see defensively, but also will dictate to some extent what kind of defense St. X has to play. If you don't have to contend with a 6'11" guy, as well as the other standouts that they have, it changes things. I suspect they're going to do a man-to-man for the most part and then go into zone occasionally.
Bill Walker got in trouble last year, and that's really what started the downfall for the Trojans in the second half. Jumping center will be Walker against Walter Gibler.
I told you could jump.
Gibler takes it back to Wolf, who will get it to Gideon, and David Gideon going to set it up here, and he'll be guarded on the play by Courtney Davis. Walker taking it in, or Gibler taking it in. Walter Gibler.
And a nice little play to open things up. They ran a clear out on the right-hand side, opened it up for Walter to go one-on-one, possibly draw a foul and take to the basket, and couldn't be better start.
So Nick Wolf's got O.J. Mayo, who throws the pass away. He was looking for Bill Walker. Walker stayed out top. And it looks like Wolf has Walker, and it looks like Gibler's, Wolf has Mayo, and Gibler's got Walker defensively.
Well, that's what we thought might happen. The only concern is whether Nick can keep up with O.J. athletically. Nick knows basketball as well as anybody with a Wolf family background. O.J.'s an awfully athletic kid.
One of the things I'm wondering is if Joe Reese will come in and muscle up with Walker, too, and how good is Alex Albright? Three-point field goal by Zesterman. Zesterman gets the rebound after a tip. Gibler on the shot. Off the bucket. 4-0. The Bombers, who did not get off well last year, have started quickly here now.
And Walter Gibler has started kind of slowly against LaSalle. Is off to a great start in this game. We were talking about whether playing LaSalle might not be somewhat of an advantage because of the pressure defense LaSalle uses.
Gibler's free throw is short. Mayo grabs the rebound, runs the floor very quickly and very well. Mayo jump shot, bottom of the net, three-point field goal. All of a sudden, it's a one-point game on one O.J. shot.
And the defense was pretty darn good by the Bombers. There's just not a whole lot you can do. You don't want to do that.
Nope, Walker going to take it, he'll dunk. And now, North College Hill has responded with the three-point field goal and with the big dunk to take the 5-4 lead.
You don't want to do anything to get them more fired up than they already might be. And
well, look what we said early on, that the Bombers can't make mistakes, and this free throw leads to a three-pointer. The bad pass leads to a dunk, a one-point lead. Gibler takes it in. He's a one-man show as he's just eating Andre Evans alive. Basket by Gibler. Evans will get the foul. That's 2 on the Trojans.
Pretty good sophomore in Walter Gibler. And again, Walter's stronger than you think he would be. He takes it into the left side this time and just muscles it up.
St. Xavier now on the basket there by Walter Gibler, number 31.
Hey, wants you to get the rebound, he's going to slam it back in his face.
6'5". St. Xavier lead. Gibler trying to make it 7. He misses the free throw, and unlike the other night where the Bombers didn't miss against LaSalle, they missed him here twice. Nick Wolf, jumper by Mayo over the top of him, misses. Mayo trying to get back on defense on David Gideon. Gideon had a great game against Upper Sandusky. Ball tipped away there, and it will go to the Trojans. Bombers can't be sloppy tonight, Larry.
They can't be sloppy. They have to make sure that they run an offense as they did the first time they brought the ball down the court and open things up for Gibler to take it in.
They've missed 2 free throws already. They made their free throws against LaSalle. Left the lane open there, and on the drive and bucket, it's Damon Butler. So Gideon tried to screen. Butler came around him at the 1-point North College Hill lead at 7-6 early here in the first quarter. Zesterman, who's going to have to play strong and big tonight. Wolf trying to drive in. Wolf will back it in. Walker went over, got his hands up, and Nick Wolf throws it away. 2 turnovers, St. Xavier. David Gideon on the tip out of bounds. The Bombers just cannot do that as Gideon bounced it off of one of the Trojans, and the Bombers will inbound.
And Nick's going to do the best he can. Nick's advantage is that his basketball smarts are very, very good, and he's tall, but he's not going to be able to compete quickness-wise with O.J. Mayo or some of the other North College Hill guys. So
And
he's just got to do some ball fakes and make sure that he takes care of the pass.
Offensively, he's going to have to know where he is because Walker will definitely cut down on you. Gideon, nice fake. Gideon trying to drive left. Gideon buried underneath the Wolf. Wolf's got Mayo and the basket. Nick Wolf turned it around, put it in. Let's see who this foul is going to be called on. The foul will be called on number 32, O.J. Mayo.
And as you said, Dave, the turning point in the game last year was when Bill Walker picked up enough fouls to have to go to the bench, and then Johnny Wolf just took over that game last year. So foul trouble could be the nemesis of the Trojans.
Especially without Keenan Ellis playing tonight. It's a 2-point St. Xavier lead. Wolf just is not going to have the speed to go with Mayo. And so Nick Wolf called for the foul there.
And it's hard to comprehend on a high school level a kid as big as O.J. Mayo, who moves as quickly as he does, just gets down the court powerfully and does pretty much whatever he wants.
And you can see that O.J. thinks that he definitely has the matchup speed-wise on Nick Wolf, and he's going to try to take him to the hoop every time. Gideon gets around the pick. On the roll, Weiss gives a little help. Gibbler gets the rebound out. David Gideon shut down Damon Butler. Gibbler picks up the dribble, gives it back to Zesterman. He's a tall forward who can still dribble, and a bad pass by Peter Zesterman. That's 2 bad passes in a row. Nick Wolf on the great block does not get the foul. I'm not sure what's up with the Bombers, Larry, but their passing right now is killing them on these interceptions.
Boy, the one place you can't do a turnover pass is right out in front where the opponent has a clear path to the basket. We've done that twice.
And what ended up happening there was Scott Martin saw what we did, and he's bringing Joe Reese back in. Mayo on the three-pointer connects, and that will give North College Hill the lead at 10-9. Mayo with 2 3-pointers in the game. 10-9, 4:18 left. This one looks like it's going to be a barn burner right away in terms of scorching the scoreboard, as both teams are shooting very well. That's Reese, who has checked into the lineup. Reese will give St. X a little bit more speed on defense. Reese is working against Mayo. The Bombers would like to get Mayo with another foul, and O.J.'s laying off. NCH has gone into kind of a little bit of his own, Larry. Gideon will get it outside to Weiss. Weiss, bad pass, tipped up there by Bill Walker. I'm impressed with how quick these NCH guys are picking up the Bombers' lazy passes.
Well, they're just laying them out there for them to go grab them. So the Bombers aren't blessed with great team speed. They have some quickness.
Gideon fires up a three-pointer. Reese trying to break back. Reese can't get back fast enough. Turnaround basket by Courtney Davis. So the Trojans running well. They got the rebound, split it out. Reese tried to sprint back, but it's a 3-point North College Hill lead. Gideon will get it to Nick Wolf. Nick trying to go left. Reese left alone. He's going to have to hit that or they're going to stay in that zone. Walker clears the glass. He'll run. Mayo on the fast break takes the jumper. Bottom of the barrel. O.J. Mayo 3 for 3. He's on fire.
And that was a nice shot. Used the backboard. O.J. has so many skills up. Continue to get Gibbler the ball down low. And the primary thing, don't throw the ball away.
The best thing working for the Bombers right now might be their cheering section. They're trying to hang in here. About 4,000 fans, I think, crowded into the gym. 3,000 from NCH, 1,000 from St. Xavier. It literally is standing room only. Gibbler gets it to Gideon. Gideon looking to get it back to Gibbler. And Gibbler throws it away as he looks for Gideon, and St. Xavier just not doing very much right now, so Brad Shearer and Alex Albright will check into the Bomber lineup.
This is an interesting substitution because the football team is out there now. 3 footballers are out there, and Brad Shearer is extremely quick and a terrific leader, and he might settle things down.
This is the lineup that expanded that lead for St. Xavier against LaSalle. Walker left alone. Walter Gibbler tips it away from Walker, so great defense by Walt. They can't go over the top, and St. Xavier trying to bring some quick offense here.
And that was all Walter Gibbler, tipping that ball up in the air.
Now Gideon had it originally, then made his shot all the more difficult. Gives it over to Albright. Blocked by Mayo. He's going to dunk this one as Shears. Gotta know where O.J. is at all the time. Shearer at 5'7", got blocked by Mayo, then the dunk. He's got to realize where he is.
And Shearer thought he had some room, but Mayo wasn't that close to him, but O.J. can jump, as we know.
Brad Shearer cut in there as Joe Reese had driven down the lane, and I think the Bombers like that matchup with Reese and Mayo. Unfortunately, though, Shearer was trying to pass it. There's the dunk by Mayo.
We might see more of those.
The 16-9 North College Hill lead. They would like to avenge the only loss they suffered last year. Mayo against Gideon. Jump shot won't go. Air ball, Shearer on the rebound. So that's a defensive change for St. Xavier, and the foul's going to be called on number...
They steal it with their quickness all the time.
Reese will take the inbound here for St. Xavier, and he'll start it up on the Bombers offensively. Alex Albright is going to have to rebound like he did last week against Ben Martin, only this time he's up against Bill Walker. Shearer gets it over to Albright to Gideon. Gideon being guarded by Courtney Davis. Gideon looking for a shot. North College Hill has scouted the Bombers well. They're really shadowing Gideon, so somebody else is going to have to open it up. Wolf has got Walker. Wolf will get it to Gideon. Gideon looks to take the jumper, won't. Gives it to Reese. He puts his shoulder down. Out comes the zone. Good defense here by North College Hill. I'll tell you what, Larry, they've improved that from last year. Three-point attempt, Gibbler, no. Gideon gets it underneath. Albright can't hang on. Tipped out by the Trojans. St. Xavier will inbound.
The North College Hill's defense, which is primarily man-to-man, I think they're just jumping out. They're doubling occasionally, and boy, it is hard, as Brad Shearer can attest to. It's hard to get off a shot.
Well, the one thing that I really feel they've improved on that I've seen already is their defense. The hands are moving. They're cutting the passing lanes down, and it looks like they're going to let Alex Albright alone. Albright on the drive, can't get it. Gibbler went one-handed. Ball again going to be given to the Bombers underneath.
I think Walter had notions of going up and cuff dunking that ball, and it just wasn't quite where he could get it. I thought he was Bill Walker for a second.
Bombers maybe gotten a break on that inbound there. It's a 17-9 North College Hill lead, and St. Xavier has not scored since they were ahead at 9-8. It's an 8-0 run here by North College Hill.
And the Bombers need, as we said before, to get some other people involved in the scoring. So far, it's the Walter Gibbler show and 3 points by Nick Wolf.
Albright guarded tight out there. Gideon with the ball. St. Xavier looking to drive. Gideon pulls up on a jump shot.
There we go.
David Gideon. That's what he needs to get off the mark. A great shot by Gideon. 5-point NCH lead.
Let's go, Dave! Let's go, Dave!
Gideon going to watch Walker. Not only does he have to score, and Mayo. Reese with the steal, but he's going to be whistled for the foul on the floor. So Joe Reese, a linebacker, he's used to mixing it up.
Yeah.
He's going to get called there.
That's okay. I mean, you got to go in there and try to make sure that they don't just feel they can do whatever they want to do. Joe gets down and has the ball.
They called it on number 31, Walter Gibbler, before Joe Reese got there, Larry. So,
Well,
2 on the Bombers, 1 on Walt. He's going to have to watch that because St. Xavier can't afford to lose him. He's been the offense. Walker looking to drive. Walker setting up against Albright. Drives right over Vice, takes it in, and let's see who that foul's going to be called on.
it's on Walker.
Charge call on Bill Walker.
And he is athletic as all heck. Here's a little hook move. He can be in good position. Tries to jump right over him, but you can't do that.
16-11, 5-point lead. 15 seconds left. Reese looking. St. Xavier definitely wants to get the last shot here in the half. They lost a lot of momentum. Reese has it tipped away by Walker. Reese then throws it away. Didn't want to take a timeout. May have been a travel there. He gave it up to Walker, and he dunks it in. So Bill Walker on the dunk. That'll make it 17-2. Mayo looking for the jumper over Gideon, won't fall. Walker gets the rebound as Albright didn't hold and Vice didn't clear the glass, and then Walker puts it in front of Vice. Gideon looking to drive, and look how quickly NCH got back. Ball stolen away from David Gideon. They're looking for Mayo underneath. Nice lead pass. He tips it in. It's a 22-11 lead, and Scott Martin needs a 30-second time at least 10 points off turnovers against the Bombers.
Dennis Martin is really talking to one of the officials who did not call or has not called any fouls on North College Hill on these steals. That one may have been a foul on the wrist, but frankly, most of the rest of the steals have just been due to errant passes by the Bombers, and they're just throwing the ball up there for Trojans to go get.
10 of North College's Hill, 22 points, have come off. 10 of 22 have come off of turnovers. And that is one of the things that St. Xavier can't do. Wolf getting it over here to Shear. Shear back to Wolf. They're going to have to get it across. They're going to get 10 seconds. Wolf, a bad play there as he charged right into Damon Butler. And Nick Wolf is going to have to keep his head about him. That's his second foul, and now Scott Martin's going to have to really consider what to do here.
Well, there really wasn't anywhere for Nick to go right there. He needed to get rid of the ball, maybe dribble it back a little bit, find an angle.
Leary will inbound. Leary gets it into O.J. Mayo. Mayo on the drive. Mayo on the bucket. It's a 24-11 lead. The Bombers cheering squad now having a difficult time. They're going to have to get the Bombers fired up to get back into this game, and Gideon's going to check in for St. Xavier. Wolf going to try to drive. Bad idea there as Wolf throws an air ball up, gets the rebound to Weiss. Weiss scores, and they'll get the foul. So Mark Weiss clearing the glass, putting it in, and St. Xavier needs every point they can get right now.
Okay, that was a nice move by Mark Weiss. He had good position. Here we see he goes up strong with the left hand, gets it in, and the Bombers have good size. They have more depth than North College Hill has. They have to use the depth that they have, rotate players in and out, try to tire out some of these Trojans, and keep the game close enough so that it matters.
That's 6 fouls against North College Hill, 3 against St. Xavier. Weiss will be on the line trying to convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way. It's an 11-point NCH lead, and they have been on fire just like they were last year in the first half. Bombers 0 for 3 from the line, and you can't have that because now they're going to start the fast break back against you. Wolf is trying to guard Mayo. He's got fouls, and that's not going to help him. As O.J. hits the
O.J. is on fire.
I don't think O.J. liked the reception last year at St. Xavier one bit, and he's certainly showing the student body here and everybody else why he's the #1 ranked player in the country.
Well, if I remember correctly, O.J. was something like 10 of 30 last year against the Bombers.
Gideon on the three-pointer, and St. Xavier right now is really out of their offense, trying to make things go, and this is just playing into North College Hill's hands. Mayo dribbling against Wolf. They give it over to Leary. Leary for 3. 29-13, NCH by 16, and St. Xavier's getting an awful large hole they got to climb out of. Scott Martin does not want to take too many more timeouts. He's already used 2. Wolf going to give it to Albright. NCH is just going to let Albright out there. Weiss is going to have to hit that. Albright on the drive. Alex Albright takes it down, and Alex Albright on the drive there for St. Xavier.
They're going to call a foul on O.J. Here's the replay. Boy, that's a football play.
That is a huge collision there by Alex Albright, and O.J. Mayo going to be looking for the foul. Walter Gibler looking to check back in, and it looks like Courtney Davis will check in to North College Hill. So St. Xavier could use a few made free throws here, that's for sure. Boy. 0 for 4 tonight so far for the Bombers. When you're down 16, you can't be having that. So Gibler, who had a lot of offense, will check in. Wolf will check back with Gideon. Albright misses both free throws. Walker goes high to get the glass, and again, NCH will run. Damon Butler. St. Xavier going into a little bit, it looks like here, about a matchup kind of zone. Walker up and down, but St. Xavier tipped the ball away, so Walker will take it out against Gideon. Now the Trojans are going to pull it out.
Yeah, St. Xavier's going into some kind of a 2-1-2 trapping zone.
Bombers tip the pass there, but underneath it's number 40, Paul Leary, and Leary now with 5 points in the game, all in this quarter. 18-point lead here for the Trojans. Wolf trying to bring it up. St. Xavier just has not had anything for this NCH defense so far. Wolf drives in and gets the lay-in, so Nick Wolf.
Nice strong move by Nick. Here's the...
Oh! Bill Walker went right over Alex Albright as he could not get back. Walker tips the ball out of bounds. That was a nice lead pass and the big dunk by Walker. Albright sets the pick. Wolf gets himself in trouble, gets it off to Albright there as NCH did a nice trap on the play. Gibbler now has Walker on him out tight. The Trojans are really coming out.
But they don't mind Gibbler having the ball 30 feet from the basket, and the Bombers are being pushed back towards midcourt.
Gideon trying to drive in. They're just going to have to get more balanced scoring. Gibbler looking underneath. Gibbler has it knocked off him by number 12, and St. Xavier will inbound. I'm very impressed with how NCH has improved their defense.
Boy, they're overplaying everything, and NCH is vastly better than they were last year.
33-15. It's an 18-point NCH lead. They are putting defense on St. Xavier like St. Xavier usually puts on other people, and it's a clinic right now. Gideon looking to go in. Gideon drives it up. Nice play there by Gibbler trying to get the foul, but he got the bucket, and that's more important. NCH will run. St. Xavier tries to get back. They have nothing for the speed of this team right now. Leary left wide alone. 3-point field goal. Paul Leary with 8 points is carrying the Trojans right now.
And somebody named Paul Leary is going to go 3 for 3 shooting to the outside, including 2 threes. Can't turn your back on him. Can't turn your back like
Ball
that.
turned away there. Ball dished back to Courtney Davis. And right now, St. Xavier's going to have to get somebody who can handle the ball consistently back here to do it, and Gibbler going to do it. 19-point lead for the Trojans. The Bombers are way out of their offense. Wolf just going to fire up a three-pointer. They don't need that. They need to get into their offense, get it running, and get some steals on defense. Try to get this game, Larry, down to about a 12-point lead, maybe by halftime, so they can have something in the second half. Gideon left alone. Finds Albright underneath, up and in, count it. And foul going to be called on the play on Courtney Davis.
Nice pass down low to Alex Albright. And again, this is what X did in the reserve game. They found ways to get the ball down low and score. But boy, this North College Hill varsity team is nothing like the reserve.
Absolutely not. Shear's going to come in for St. Xavier. He'll give Nick Wolf a rest, as Nick's been pushed both ways. Shooting the free throw now is Alex Albright. Albright again. The Bombers are just cold on those free throws. They are now 0 for 6.
We're 0 for Tuesday.
19-point lead here for the Trojans. St. Xavier going to try to get it down to about 12 points or so. And the Bombers are not going to be allowed to just let them stand there in that weave, because they are down by 19, and they're going to have to get this, I'd say, Larry, down to about 12 if they're going to make a run in the second half.
Well, this unfortunately plays right into North College Hill's hands too, because the St. X extends the defense that opens up the court.
Well, it's a smart move by NCH because they got a big lead. Mayo's in foul trouble, and unless the Bombers are going to get out there and really push it, they're going to do this. Jump shot taken here and miss. Albright will give it to Gideon, and St. Xavier's going to have to basically convert every time as Nathaniel Glover threw that one up. Maybe not the smartest of maneuvers there.
Be interesting to see the shooting percentage, because NCH has to be shooting a pretty phenomenal percentage this time.
Albright underneath. We're going to have a foul whistled underneath. So Leary, that'll be his second foul, and Leary has been on fire in the second quarter for NCH.
Leary has 8 points. In fact, he's the leading scorer for North College Hill this quarter.
Kevin Krabacher is going to check in here for Alex Albright. So Alex, who's playing kind of like the flu-like symptoms all day, he's going to be tired, and Krabacher going to check in. He can play forward or guard. Gideon going to shoot the free throw here. Gideon buries it. Second free throw coming up, and right now the Bombers just have to think about narrowing that lead and trying to recollect themselves at halftime.
That's David's third point of the night, and again, that's not exactly what St. X had in mind.
4 points for Dave Gideon, 17-point NCH lead at 38-21. Bombers are going to have to play some good defense as the big blue monster here trying to cheer them on. And Bill Walker, as soon as he got it, didn't put it down, just turned and put it in. That's clinic right there. Gideon working against Damon Butler. Vice almost had a rolling walk there. Gideon being hounded on the play by Glover. Gideon, nothing easy, comes through and gives it up to Gibbler. Gibbler's got the drive. Walker gets the block. Vice there. Krabacher will shoot the three. The Bombers really need to get a big NCH very easily back. This is a team that just seems to really like to run, Larry.
And you know what? The Bombers are hesitant to try to get the ball down low because they have guys that flash into the post and look like they might be open. And we've had so many balls picked that nice move there.
Vice had a good move to get around. Now, Vice put it on the ground to come around, and North College Hill squeezed him on the play. Drive and basket scored by number 21, Damon Butler. So Vice tried to get the charge, and Butler instead got the easy shot as the Trojans have doubled the Bombers at 42-21 here. Shearer going to go down the lane. Walker was right there, so Shearer thought better. Gideon will shoot the long three, and David Gideon for three. 32 seconds left to go here in the first half where the North College Hill Trojans are just crushing St. Xavier. Let's see what the foul's going to be called on here. I believe it's going to be on Krabacher. And Walker will get to go for the and one on the line.
There's such a physical disparity between Kevin Krabacher and Bill Walker. Here's Kevin trying to guard him, and it's just not going to happen.
So Albright.
Walker is so much stronger than Kevin is.
And that immediately brought Albright back in. As we said, guys who are going to have big games for St. Xavier were going to be Vice, was going to be Zesterman, and they're going to have to get the glass really cleared.
Okay, the cheering section for St. X, we had one cheerleader run over and try to disrupt Bill Walker, and Bill didn't like it. Ref whistled. Bill wants a tee called. Let's shoot the ball, Bill. He's smiling.
It's a 20-point North College Hill lead. Make that 21 points as Walker connects. So the Trojans having their way here tonight with the Bombers. Shearer trying to get it down. Shearer gets to the Vice. Vice after immediately. There's a drop on the play. Absolutely. Yeah. That was a dangerous drop there. Paul Leary going to be whistled for the
whacking the back of his head on the ground, I think.
So Vice is going to shoot the free throws, not the Bombers' strength tonight. Vice connects on the first. Perhaps that'll get the Vice going to look here for his second free throw. Second shot. Vice converts both. It's a 45-26 North College Hill lead. And it's out on that court from NCH.
Boy, just the fact that Tubby Smith is here, forbidden from doing that. We can't even run a cheerleader back of a free throw shooter. Here's the same play we started with, and there it is. Oh,
rebound attempted there. Mayo tipped it away from Gibbler. Now that's how Walt started the game. Walt going in again. Walt can't hit it again. Walt may be just a little tentative. He's got 2 fouls. Wolf drives it down the lane. He misses. St. Xavier open their first three, and then Wolf scrambles.
Man.
So the Bombers actually, for once, got some offensive boards, but come away with nothing, and that's not how Scott Martin wanted to start this half.
Well, he drew up exactly the same play, I think, that they started the game with. To clear out for Walter Gibbler. Walter takes it down the right side, has a pretty easy shot, although contested, and then rebound after rebound, and we just can't put it in. Meanwhile,
nice jumper there by Andre Evans as he buries it. And now North College Hill, they could pull the ball out if they wanted to and force the Bombers out. Scott Martin would have to chase them, and that would open up more lanes. Or they're just going to keep running their offense as it is right now because St. Xavier can't stop them. Gibbler's had a good night underneath. Great basket there by Walt on the turnaround. Bombers need more of that. Oh, nice crossover dribble by Mayo. Buries the shot.
What are you going to do?
I'll tell you, sometimes
you enjoy watching the kid.
Right. Yeah, and for St. Xavier, if you're a player out there, you don't want to start watching him play. You got to keep playing against him, but that might be the tendency.
You can't play very well when your jaw's dropping.
And that was a jaw dropper there as O.J. found the bottom of the bucket. It's a 51-28 lead. North College Hill conveniently in front. St. Xavier going to try to run that weave, and the Trojans will just stay out there. Vice going to have to hit jumpers like that. The Bombers are way down. Wolf's never afraid to shoot. He fires it up. Gibbler tries to get the rebound there, and it was off Gibbler. St. Xavier can't buy one underneath right now, and they're just going to have to try to keep putting it in.
The fans are upset. The St. Xavier bench looks kind of resigned to their fate.
Well, it's one of those things. I mean, you're down. Last year, the Bombers went to Johnny Wolf to carry them in the second half and lead them to victory over the Trojans. Well, Johnny's at Xavier right now, so somebody else is going to have to step up and do it. More importantly, the Bombers really have to play here looking ahead towards what can they learn in this second half. Sometimes a ball game gets to that point, and what you're looking for is what can we learn for future games. Mayo will take the long jumper, just rolled out. St. Xavier cannot afford to just watch him out there. Gibbler has it taken away by number 12, Courtney Davis. Carried the ball, and that will bring the ball back here to Bombers. One of the
And that was kind of a late call, I think, inspired by the men in blue behind us. They go, oh, and then the official called it.
It's a 51-28 lead. NCH shooting just as well here in the second half as they did in the first, and that's bad news for St. Xavier. Courtney Davis steals it away from Gideon. Gideon will take the foul. Walker went for the dunk afterwards. And Davis will go to the line after he's fouled by Gideon.
And again, Gideon is clearly one of St. X's best players. Gets picked pretty cleanly there by Damon Butler. I'm sorry, Courtney Davis.
Davis will be on the line shooting 2 free throws. Second one coming. Right now, NCH just seem to be doing it all. Hitting their free throws, playing good defensive basketball, and they have found the open man on this run and gun offense.
I'm tremendously impressed by the improvement that NCH has made this year over last year. I mean, obviously Mayo and Walker have matured and playing under more control, but their supporting cast is tremendously better.
Exactly. That to me, that's what's really improved. The supporting cast has really gotten better defensively, and they're doing what St. Xavier does to the team. They are forcing them to just really work hard for every shot and making entry passes like that almost impossible. They've got a big lead, and they're continuing to just try to really push that lead, and that I think is what's the difference in this team.
Well, I think last year there was pretty obviously a couple guys that could be attacked on North College Hill's starting 5. And this year, I don't know. I honestly don't know whether they're the same guys that have improved a lot or whether they've gotten some new players. I think they've gotten some additional new players, but these guys are good.
Well, and they're not intimidated. Last year, the Baseline Bombers clearly intimidated this team in the second half, but they are not intimidated at all. Wolf's going to fire that one up, and he's way off the mark. Mayo, bullet pass downfield. Wolf intercepts. Wolf looking to bring it back. Wolf working here against Davis. Tries to get it to Gideon, and it was last touched by Gideon, and NCH windbound. The Bombers have not adjusted yet to making like strong passes. They're still doing kind of that lazy passing they did against LaSalle.
And you know, also they haven't adjusted to the way this game's being called by the officials. They keep wanting to get foul calls on North College Hill. They want to get hacked. They want to get bumped. And the officials just aren't calling it. So when the officials aren't calling it, it doesn't do any good to keep hoping.
Walker takes the jump shot, won't go. Good rebound there by Gibbler. Gibbler looking to Gideon on the pass out. Gideon being hawked on the play, gets it over to Wolf. Vice going to have to get open underneath.
Again.
Wolf has it stolen away from him by Courtney Davis. Wolf telling the referee, let's go. Call the foul when they knock it on the hands. Nick is not one of our more patient players.
No. And Nick is clearly frustrated right now because he felt that he was fouled. And so he goes over and just crashes into the North College Hill player, which isn't going to help anything.
Shear's going to check into the lineup to give Wolf a little bit of a rest. It's been a tough start of the season for Nick Wolf this year. Damon Butler going to move in her Trojans. They can just wait for the best shot, and they're rolling it around. They're looking for Walker underneath. Walker has 3 men on him, takes it up and in. Bill Walker on the turnaround jumper, puts it through. Walker converts that free throw.
Again, NCH stretches the defense.
Vice will get it to Gibbler. Gibbler's going to have to maneuver here. touch foul called there on number 12, Courtney Davis.
And that's the foul that St. X partisans have been wanting to be called for quite a while now.
Right. They really need that one to be called. Otherwise, this NCH defense will be all over them. Gideon will get the ball in here to Shear. Shear over to Gibbler. The Bombers are going to have to look for good shots, but they're not going to have that much time. They're going to have to figure out what's good, put it up. Gideon on the drive. Nice left-hander by David Gideon there. 56-30 lead for North College Hill.
Again, North College Hill in no hurry to get into their offense. They're not pulling it out. They're not just going to sit on the lead, but boy.
Good move by Damon Butler underneath, and the lay-in put in by Andre Evans. Damon Butler did all that himself on the great drive.
That was an ankle breaker on that move. He just was going one way, and then all of a sudden he was going the other way and passed it.
Mayo working against Albright. Gideon trying to work here. Pass underneath the Gibbs, and Walter Gibbler puts it in. So Walter was guarded very heavily there by Andre Evans. He stepped over the line on the inbound, but the referee wasn't there to call it. On the drive, NCH, 26-point lead. Mayo looking to come up with a good shot. OJ puts it underneath the Walker. Walker's on Albright. Walker backs it in, turns, shoots, won't go. Rebound Mark Veit as he came from the back door. Shear trying to pass it downfield, threw it right to where OJ Mayo was waiting. So OJ baited him into that one, but knocked out of bounds. The Bombers will inbound.
Be interesting to see how much the Bombers can keep Walter Gibbler involved in this game. This is a good learning experience for Gibbler. Just a sophomore. He's not likely to play very many more athletic people than these guys. Of course, he'll play them again next year.
If they re-sign.
Right.
I think it's a 2-year contract. North College Hill signed LaSalle to a 2-year contract. They'll be playing them a little bit later. Foul going to be on the floor. So Courtney Davis will get whistled for the foul there.
Nice strong move, though.
So a nice move there by David Gideon. Nathaniel Glover will check into the
Good
game.
replay. There's the foul on the ground. He fouls him again on the shot, obviously, but the foul had already been called on the ground, so the basket doesn't count.
I think what one good thing that'll come out of this for St. Xavier, not that they haven't seen it, but this is a team that is physically muscling St. Xavier around, and they're going to have to get used to this for later play in the GCL. LaSalle is a little bit young, and they will be greatly improved the next time the Bombers play them. Albright hands it to Walker. Walker goes up for the dunk. Albright didn't challenge him, so Walker slams it. I thought Alex Albright might go for the block there and take the foul. Instead, he lets Walker have the big dunk. Gibbler going up. Walker kicks Gibbler in the head, and no foul is called on the play as Walker kicked him in the head. The St. Xavier fans are really upset. I think Scott Martin.
Here we have it.
There it is. Now that's definitely a foul. He definitely got kicked in the head. That could have been a flagrant one.
Well, it was unintentional, I think. It's just when you can jump so high, you can jump over a 6'3" guy. But that's kind of symbolic of what's happened to him.
And then Andre Evans is going to get called for the little touch foul underneath.
And Walter is still holding his head.
Shear going to inbound here for St. Xavier.
Walter Gibbler still looking over at the official right in front of our bench saying, my head is killing me.
Well, when they see that one again, they'll be able to look at it. I just think that Campbell's first free throw goes in.